Elon Musk is an American businessman and the richest man in the world. Recently, he revealed that SpaceX has noticed something unusual on its vast missions. This raised some questions. How often were these observations made? What could this enigmatic object be? SpaceX is a revolution in the space industry. It is helping NASA build Artemis 3, as well as providing surveillance satellites for the U.S. government. This company has launched many rockets into space to succeed. During launches from the Vandenberg space base in California, SpaceX engineers noticed that a large object appeared in space. This raised more unanswered questions. On November 20, 2022, SpaceX surpassed the record for single-vehicle launches in 1 year. Elon Musk congratulated the SpaceX team on the 48th launch of the year Falcon 9. Now, SpaceX has detected something huge frequently during its missions. But what could it be? In this video, we will talk about an object detected by SpaceX cameras. Don't forget to subscribe and enable all notifications so you don't miss the latest news. SpaceX has become a leading company in launching satellites and spacecraft through its Falcon 9 and Falcon Heavy rockets. The company is also working on the Starship, a more efficient and powerful launch vehicle. With the goal of traveling to Mars and beyond, SpaceX CEO Elon Musk has launched his own satellite, Starlink, to provide internet services even in remote areas of the world. This satellite internet network will offer a more reliable and faster connection than mobile internet, with download speeds of up to 210 megabits per second. Since June 2020, more than 500,000 people have had access to the internet thanks to Starlink on 7 continents. Currently, SpaceX has launched more than 3,000 Starlink satellites into low Earth orbit. To serve every place on Earth, Musk and his engineering team will have to deploy up to 42,000 Starlink satellites. This means increased global connectivity and improved internet speeds by 2025. Estimates of the cost of manufacturing and deploying these satellites run to $10 billion, with projected revenue of around $30 billion by 2025. These revenues will mainly come from launches for governments and other space companies. In addition, SpaceX has detected a mysterious object in space, of which astronomers and astrophysicists have not yet reached a consensus on its identity. However, some experts have given their opinion on the subject. Kelly Humphrey, a NASA spokeswoman and one of the first to speak about the huge object, stated that it was unknown, which confirmed its existence. In his speech, Mr. Humphrey made further disclosures on the matter, stating that there was no time to calculate a dodging maneuver. According to the data revealed by NASA and SpaceX, the massive object was only 45 kilometers from the SpaceX spacecraft. This made many people wonder what would happen if the object collided with the ship. Quick communication was established between officials at the U.S. Space Force Command Center and the astronaut from the Dragon 2 spacecraft in Colorado. The astronauts on board were required to wear seat belts to increase their safety in the event of a collision. Video images taken by SpaceX cameras showed that the enigmatic object appeared every time the satellite was released from the rocket's second stage. The images showed a glowing, cigar-shaped object. Though it's hard to say for sure what it is, most scientists came to the conclusion that it could just be space junk created by the ship's separate launch vehicle. The Australian Space Agency announced in August 2022 that they had found space debris in the southern alpine highlands of Sarna, Nova South belonging to SpaceX. CIA engineers and technicians went to the isolated region where farmers produce wool and found some space debris. According to the Australian Space Agency, SpaceX is responsible for its space debris. Australian National University astrophysicists and Brad Tucker found that the date and location of the debris matched a SpaceX spacecraft entering the atmosphere at 7 a.m. on July 9, 20 months after its release in November 2020. This was verified by Brad, who tweeted that he had just returned from Dalgety NSW and was busy confirming that. The essay also issued a warning, stating that if the community sees other suspicious debris, they should not attempt to handle or recover it. There is not yet enough evidence for us to help conclude whether the massive object is space junk or not. Some astrophysicists argue that the object could be an alien spacecraft that has been sent to observe our solar system. It is fascinating to consider the possibility that other beings exist on other worlds, all like us, trying to explore and understand the universe. Space enthusiast Elon Musk has often been quoted as having stated that if any extraterrestrial civilization existed, their technology would be far more advanced than ours. Exoplanets like Proxima Centauri b and 1649 cc, discovered by the Kepler Space Telescope, are capable of supporting life according to data provided by NASA. Musk is one of many scientists who believe that life can exist outside of our galaxy and solar system. These huge objects could serve as proof of life in space. Because of this, many governments, including the United States, Russia, China, and India, want to find an answer to this question. The complexity of space research encourages countries to coordinate their exploration efforts. The International Space Station, the largest modular space station in Earth orbit, was created through a collaboration of 5 space agencies: NASA, Roscosmos, JAXA, the European Space Agency (ESA), and the Canadian Space Agency (CSA). However, despite their joint project in space, relations between the United States and Russia have been deteriorating since May 2020. American astronauts no longer use the Soyuz spacecraft to reach the ISS, but instead use the Dragon spacecraft, 2 from SpaceX. This victory is important for the United States, which has long been highly dependent on NASA. The Webb James Space Telescope was launched last year, marking another important milestone for the United States. This could help us solve the mystery of objects in space using this huge observatory. Now let's talk about the materials used in the James Space Telescope. The engineering feat of the James Space Telescope contains powerful mirrors that are the culmination of years of study and development. According to NASA, the size of the mirror surface directly affects the sensitivity of a telescope, that is, the amount of information it can collect. A mirror this size has never been sent into space and is 6.5 meters tall across. SpaceX and NASA engineers await the release of high-quality photos of the telescope before they can make official comments on the objects that are constantly visible in orbit. The Space Telescope will also try to understand how stellar and planetary systems are formed and how our galaxy has evolved since the beginning of the universe. The Hubble Space Telescope, Webb's predecessor, estimates that there are around 200 billion galaxies in the universe. Although only a small fraction of these resemble our own galaxy, the path of the Milky Way, known by its name. The idea that there are an incalculable number of stars and galaxies is impressive, but in reality their number is simply too important for our limited minds to comprehend. With all these galaxies and stars, we can be sure that there will be many new discoveries in space and beyond. What do you think? Tell us in the comments. Anyway, thanks for watching this video, and don't forget to subscribe with all notifications turned on so you don't miss any of the latest space news.